Bitcoins are a digital asset, payment system, or cryptocurrency that enables the use of digital money through the internet.
In August 2008, Bitcoin.org was registered online by a mysterious figure that was going under the name of Satoshi Nakamoto. By January 3, 2009, 30,000 lines of code began Bitcoin. Satoshi Nakamoto did not work alone. He received help from Hal Finney, who denied any claims that he was inventor of Bitcoin. Finley died in 2014 due to neurodegenerative disease, ALS. Bitcoins are completely virtual coins, invented to be self-contained because of their value, and do not require banks to move and store the money. Once someone owns Bitcoins, they act like gold coins. They possess and value trade. You can either use Bitcoins to buy goods and services online, or you can hold onto them and hope that their value increase over time. The Bitcoins are traded from one person's wallet to another. A wallet is a little personal database that you can store in your computer, iPhone, tablet, or somewhere else in the cloud. There are a few advantages that make Bitcoin a one-of-a-kind currency. Some advantages are that they have freedom in payment, meaning that Bitcoins are completely decentralized. So they are anonymous, tax-free, and border-free. Also, it is not only a currency, but also a payment system, which makes it different from the US dollar. It is simpler and more efficient. The client also has individualism due to the fact that users have control over their transactions, meaning that merchants cannot charge an extra fee without letting the user know. The main advantage is that personal information is anonymous, so this makes identity theft more difficult. There are many disadvantages about Bitcoins.
One of them being that the trade platform is subject to hacking, transactions take too long, and prices fluctuate. Also, there is a lack of education about cryptocurrency. Apart from these disadvantages, the main one is that it is finite. There is a maximum of 21 million Bitcoins, but once this is reached, Bitcoins has no future and no place to develop.
In this graph, we can see the evolution of the Bitcoin and its predicted future. It demonstrates how the inflation in 2009 was at its maximum and every time inflates less and less. It is predicted that by 2037, Bitcoins will be the new monetary base.
As Bitcoin saw both a bull and a bear in the same day, the digital currency fell 2% after wild swings on Wednesday. You could tell, just look at the graph. Now, look, the graph is pretty much in a one-way direction. It's up 1,000% this year alone.
When these countries can't get a grasp on their own monetary policy, people flood to Bitcoin.
Except when you see something go up by 1,000% in a year. Then it becomes unruly. And the one thing you don't really want with an investment is it to become unruly.
Today, but this is, it used to be only used by state actors. We had it after Turing and all those great things that they did. Then it became a business where you traded your mother's maiden name and your dog's name, and a company did cryptography for you. But Bitcoin is the widest, most important deployment of cryptography to individuals in the history of the world.
I think maybe...
According to Nathan Reeve, a writer for Invisipedia, it is possible that Bitcoins will replace the US dollar. He stated that if cryptocurrency takes over, new infrastructure will have to envelop in order to let the world adapt. There will be daily difficulties with transactions. He also predicts that not only will individuals, consumers be affected, but also government themselves will suffer too.
So you say if enough people use Bitcoin, it could help bring down the dollar. You think that's a real possibility? No, am I getting what you said wrong?
Well, I think it's a little bit the other way. When the dollar's in trouble, which it will get in trouble, that will be one of the alternatives. And I guess it'll be a play on it. And the more Bitcoins are used, the worse it will be for the dollar. But something has to happen to the dollar. So I think that's where the real problem is. And Mr. Greenspan said that he doesn't understand the intrinsic value of a Bitcoin. And quite frankly, I don't either. But the dollar has been under attack since the Fed was created. created in 1913, it's lost 97% of its value. And the end stages of a paper currency always goes very rapidly. Although it's been gradual for these 100 years, there is going to be a day that I expect that there could be a panic out of the dollar. Then the Bitcoin issue is going to be a much bigger issue.
Over the recent years, Bitcoins have emerged into popularity due to its perks that a dollar can't afford. Although it has come easy for the users who can access it for daily purchases, online transactions, and for safekeeping, it can't be accessed by the whole society. For example, a person with no access to a computer, phone, or electronics will not be able to use it. Its advantages allow easy transactions. However, Bitcoins or any cryptocurrency will not be able to replace a dollar due to its effectiveness to adapt to every citizen and their social, economic, and technological needs. They can be seen more as an alternative payment method instead of a replacement.